What if I told you guys that there was an easy way to make millions on Old School Runescape without any crazy requirements or having to kill bosses with horrible drop rates? Welcome to my flipping series, where I start with 10 mil and turn it into 1 bill. We have now made it to 54.3 mil profits, bringing our total cash stack to 64.3 mil. My goal for today in this video is to reach 80 mil. Subscribe and like. Alright guys, it has been a busy couple of hours here in the flipping world, and we were able to come up with quite a few offers here. Starting with the Atom Ore, we were able to grab these at 860. Now if we take a look at the graph here, you can see that it is stable between 960 and 980, and then there's a big downward swing / dump, so we grabbed these at the lowest price possible. Moving on to these Ruby Bolt tips next. This one is actually hilarious. We were able to grab these ones at 20 coins, which is like 60 coins below market price, and what actually looks to be like 300% ROI on a 20 coin flip. And within 3 minutes here guys, the Atom Ores and the Ruby Bolt tips were able to sell. For the Atom Ores, we were able to make 688k off of these guys, which is actually a pretty insane flip considering how fast they sold. And for the Ruby Bolt tips, we made 715k. Now that's actually so insane. Buying 11,000 of these is only 220k, and we were able to come out on top with 700k, basically tripling our investment money. In order to make this series more of a challenge, I will buy a rune scimitar and keep it in my inventory for every like that this video gets. So like this video to bring me pain. So moving on to the next two flips here, we got the Falador teleports and the blighted super restores. For the Falador teleports, it's pretty clear that these are a daily flip, as you can see that the blue line and the orange line are so far away from each other throughout the entire day. However, there also seems to be a downward trend on these items right now, so what I want to do is hold these until the price recovers. The blighted super restores, however, are a little bit of a different story. Just taking a peek at the graph, the margins are just healthy at the moment. If you buy them at 4,900 and then you sell them at 51.55, sometimes you don't need a downswing or a dump, you just need a good margin. Alright guys, so I just got back from dinner and everything has sold. And for the Falador teleports, like I said, I was able to wait for the price to recover. However, we didn't really make that much money, 340k, but we'll take it. But something crazy happened to the blighted super restores. We only got 4,800 of them, but we were able to make 1.7 mil, and we sold these guys for 353 GP profit each, bringing our total profit now to 57.1 mil. Alrighty guys, so we got the Atom Ore for a second time, and we got some Wrath runes. The Atom Ore is actually the exact same from last time. We were able to buy them at pretty much the same price, and this is actually usually the case for a lot of these types of items. It's very common after you see 1 or 2 dumps for the dumps to continue. So when you're flipping, make sure you're checking your previous buys before you go ahead and try something else. Moving on now to the Wrath runes. Now take a look at this. We hit the motherload of all dumps. Between this one and the blighted super restores, I'm on fire, man. Anyways, on this graph here, you can see that the sell price went all the way down to 164 coins, and that's a sell price, which means that's a dump. So when I bought it, it insta-bought in 1 second. And when I came back from a quick dinner of only 10 minutes long, both the Atom Ores and the Wrath runes were sold. And I just want to say quickly here that sometimes flipping is so good like this. Like this session was like 3 or 4 hours long, and I was just getting flips back to back. So we just hit the 1 milli mark on the Atom Ores now in just 2 rounds. And what's crazy about this is it's only 13.5k adamant ores, but since we got such a good margin on these, it's still worth the money. And for the Wrath runes, we got another banger in the building. We got 1.25 mil off of those Wrath runes, 30% ROI, and we sold them at 50 gold each, bringing our profits now to 59 mil. And as you can tell, I'm really excited because we're moving moving closer and closer to that 100 mil stack. Just real quickly here, guys, if you don't have GE Tracker, you don't want to spend money for it, or you're just having troubles with flips, be sure to check out our Discord. The link will be in the description. The next item here is going to be the magic seeds, and while they were bought along with the wrath runes and the atom ores, I wanted to give highlight to seeds in general for this video, and this is because of low competition. So basically, because of the buy limit being so low, people skip out on these items, which is really good because when there's dumps, you can actually take advantage of it within like a 5 to 10 minute period. And here's a perfect example of this happening. If we zoom into the graph here, you can see that that dump lasted for like 3 or 4 ticks on the screen, and every tick is an hour, which means for 4 whole hours you could insta buy these magic seeds because no one was flipping or buying them. And look at that, guys, in 3 minutes and 59 seconds all the magic seeds have sold, and in only 4.5 minutes total we made 330k off of the magic seeds. And keep in mind, this dump was actually only 40 of the 200 buy limit, so sometimes you could get 3, 4, 5 times this amount. Don't sleep on the seeds, guys. Alright, guys, so for the next couple of flips here, one of these 3 flips are actually my #1 flip of this entire series. So we're gonna play a quick game. You have 3 guesses: a leather, longbow, or opal. Write in the comments which one you think it is, and for the people who guess right, I'm gonna choose one lucky winner to win 10 mil. Alright, guys, so I honestly wish I was a little bit more on top of leather here, because for about 12 hours there was a huge downswing here of 160 when their main price is actually between 210 and 200 gold. So if I was actually paying more attention, I would have been able to buy 3 times the buy limit of leather at 40 gold each. But this is probably the craziest flip I've had in a while on a low cash stack. Check out these magic longbows here. You can see that the price goes all the way down to under 900 GP each, which is actually what we got them for. I believe it was 880 or 890. But I mean, this session is only still 6 or 7 hours long, and I've caught like 12 or 13 dumps now. And for the opals, I think this is just one of those ones that I want to redirect everybody to. Like, take a look at this graph here. Every day opals seem to drop 3 to 5 times throughout the day, and each time you can make at least 1 mil if you're buying a full buy limit off these. So definitely check these out if you're new to flipping or if you don't know about them already. Alright, guys, so I just got back from dinner and it's time to share the news of which one it will be, which is the best flip so far in the series. So for the opals, we were able to make 1 mil flat off of just 5,000 opals, not even half the buy limit. So like I said, make sure you're checking these guys at least 2 or 3 times a day. For the leather, unfortunately, Team Leather, you will not be winning today. However, this is still pretty respectable at 416k for leather. And for the magic longbows, we made 4.14 million gold. So if you chose magic longbows, you're officially entered in the giveaway. This brings our total now to 64 mil. Thank you guys for 3k subs, and goodbye.